All right, here we go, y'all. So I'm at this. I just started getting some notes going, and I've been looking at the Atlas tree, brainstorming, and basically wanted to do a video on my expectations, my opinion on things. I.e. things I want. Right. I want the new Archer class that if and when we're getting to have a lightning to cold conversion, boosted shocks, all or cold damage shocks is to go along with that lightning to cold conversion, and plus two projectiles I added in there because just how effing strong that node would be. If we do get it, obviously I would be going lightning arrow build or even lightning spear, depending on which gets buffed, nerfed, right? Where's that balance counter on those respective skills? But yeah. Obviously, I really want to see Wild Speaker, right? I would like to see where it on hit it triggers, spirits that trigger monster AoE single DPS damage that are just absolutely meta breaking. Um, I do want to I do want some to see some plus to max companions in that build. Um, to basically because yeah. All right, so I'm also thinking right now, like I really want like when you trigger this, right? This should be a low percent, like 1-3% chance. But when you do, the spirits basically empower you. Um, I want plus two max companions. I want a badass vibe of new uniques that break the meta. I think deepest talent under fiber cap, but for companions, maybe something like companion plus 50% defenses while it near companion plus 1 to 2 to maximum companion limit, and you have army like 5 companions, and you are just like, okay, cool. Then so he's always shocking, he's always igniting, he's always chilling, and I'm always just doing this or doing that, right? Um, and again, I would also like this is kind of outside of the ascendancy even, but I did put it here because this would best if we did get like a companion vibed Beastmaster, Huntress, Spiritual Huntress, right? Spirit Keeper, for the Frisia Freaks, Wild Speaker, right? Um, I do think that would is a must. Like they have to consider this. All right. So here we go. This is what it is. So this is where my tree was on this character. I'm stuck with ritual. I'm stuck with deli. Like I want better intertwined nodes, right? And we even have abyss. Abyss maps have increased monsters. Abyss maps are throughout the area. Blah blah blah. But anyways, here's my eye shotter. And we are a huntress. Now, what was I going to look for? Oh, yeah, companions. See, we do have this, right? But these got nerfed by 3%, I think, last league. I like them back to 15%, right? So 30%, right? And then on that helm, going back to that helm idea, doesn't have to be helm, but I would like reservation of efficiency of companion skills to get it to where we can have like, it'd be nice to have 3 or 4 companions with you to where I would like that a lot lower. Man, the shop. Let's see, what did we actually get? Bunch of pennies. Okay. All right. So I would like that to be a bunch better, right? Now, I mean, that's kind of good, right? That's 48% more increased damage. And then you could get 16 plus 25 there. It is what it is, right? Here, let's say companion. And then you have a lot of this stuff. Like, if it's wild speaker we're getting a bunch of companion stuff. Oh, yeah. I'm going full ham on this, right? 10% increased defenses while your companion's in your presence. And I wish that was per companion in your presence, and 8% to where if you have 2, you're getting 16% increased. Right? And I wish that was just straight 60% increased damage. So that would for sure link up just right. Now, I do think like these nodes should be somewhere right here, accessible right like they I don't know, like I want all the companion stuff to be a lot easier to grab. I just feel like they have to redo this a bit, right? And that's likely some agile meetings waiting to happen, a lot of griping, fighting, politicking, etc. So we may get it, we may not get that, but I do like the idea of see companion gain your strength, but the problem with this 2 life, 1 strength support gem capacity, accuracy if they get your dex, and mana if like those nodes are just not that good to me. So basically 22, 22, then 8% increased amount of leech. Like these are pretty good. I do like that. That is pretty good. You give them elemental resist, make them more tanky. There's a jewel slot here, and then you just slide up here, I guess, and try to get this stuff to. And then, if you don't want to make it against immobilized enemies, right? Which means frozen pinned, heavy stunned, electrocuted, you could say you and your companion still 60% increased damage against immobilized enemies. And I would be like, okay, cool. Now, I'd really like these defenses because it's armor, evasion, energy shield, basically. So basically, your evasion rating plus energy shield is what's going to skyrocket there. But let's get back to the notes, get back on track. Obviously, Wild Speaker would be extremely overpowered if I get what I want. Um, I don't run things at GGG, so I can't for sure say that, hey, this is coming. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Arcane Archer, if it gets this stuff, I have to consider actually going this and figuring out. I'm leaning on Wild Speaker, but we get lightning to cold conversions, boosted shocks, all cold damage shocks, and it's a split for me. And then if we get plus two projectiles, I'm probably like, yeah, about that. And of course, we have to see the ascendancies first, right? But I can see me, if not me, many other people will go this ascendancy, whatever it's called, arcane archer is what I'm calling it. Lightning spear, lightning arrow, lightning rods, etc. All right, now on to the new mechanics, right? And so I've been brainstorming some. This is what I would like to see, right? May not be what you're wanting to see, right? In the comments, let me know. Good, bad, or indifferent. But anyways, I would like Einhar to be an NPC in our hideout that can open a UI window for you. And basically, again, this is just me being me. I'm thinking this is how we save spirits farming. Is we would have Einhar now, and this is going back to Dawn of the Hunt 020. What they should have done originally is have this Wild Speaker, have Einhar, you know, to where you would have like RNG unique crafting, RNG predetermined gem crafting, right? RNG a predetermined gem crafting of 3 to 5. Let me take this out. RNG gem crafting of 3 to 5 sockets, right? You get very lucky in early game, you get 5 sockets. And, you know, some predetermined rare crafts in the mix to where you could look at your essences and be like, oh, I need a weapon, a white weapon, and it makes it a blue weapon, but with higher priority tiers, right, based on your level, right, I would say, of, hey, this adds your build, maybe item level of the item from where you got it from the area level, and that's going more into the D2 mathematics of rarity and stuff with treasure classing, and that's a rabbit hole for another day. But anyways, I like this predetermined crafting system that has, you know, admin max fizz damage, percent fizz damage, right? To where you do this and then you save it for later, and then you go, you know, you can basically if you could roll this and this on the item, you might not need it, or maybe you could just, like, you can pick one or two options and then the rest rolls fully has a chance, you know, with our GGG math seems to work. To where it also can create blue bases that are able to work with essences as well. Some of those recipes would be godly. And then again, capturing spirits like Pokemon to give them actual use again. Um, if if GGG wants to look at this video and be like, oh shit, that absolutely makes sense, right? They and then like to give them actual use again. My expectations are for spirits to actually have to be reworked. So they're going faster, they're empowering. You don't need to worry about keeping up with them. They're just doing their thing. They're going to empower whatever they can along the way. And then you killing them, you know, you have X percent. Like, let's say you have 13% chance, or by default you have 8% chance to catch a spirit. And then in the Atlas, I didn't write this down, but in the Atlas, you could have it boosted up to 24%, let's say. That'd be kind of nice. And then, again, you would do all these predetermined kind of crafting, right? So if you do Einhart on, or Bestiary on PoE1, you really know what I'm talking about. RNG, unique crafting. Could be really, really strong. I do like this idea. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so rituals. I really want ritual difficulty nerfed and the rewards buffed. It is what it is. Maybe a new currency item can be like a farm. More reward types like always. For example, div card stack decks would be amazing to find there. Into Breach. I honestly, Breach was my go-to before there was Abyss, and there was Abyss was my go-to, and then Temple into, oh shit, 40 divines for a fragment or fractured orb. I'm doing these corrupted maps instead, right? So to have salvage rooms to for Temple is something I really want to have. That's probably my top one. And what I mean by salvage rooms here on Temple, right, is, I'll go back to Breach. Sorry, I skipped down because I'm distracted today. Let me get more caffeine in me. All right. So, basically, if you're doing a big, big snake temple, right, I want, like, instead of, like, Regal Workbench, it could be, like, Salvage Workbench that lets you disenchant all uniques you have. Or all the items down to the currency items. Or even random currency item, right? Boom. And it drops you X amount of shards. Boom, 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 boom. And then you go on to the next, right? Or maybe even a second safe room that's a stash room would be absolutely game changing for temple. Like you have that entrance room, which is the safe room, right? And then in the center of temple, you have one or two pass up. That's another safe room with Doriani, with Alva, with everything you need to have a baby mini hideout within the temple would be extremely helpful. Um, some ideas for Atlas tree based boosting. Um, the beacon rate needs needs help. I don't like fully juiced temp change shield ground, and then you're looking at a shit show just to get 2 to 3 beacons lit. Um, yeah, that's bullshit. Especially if you're on a build that's borderline to even being able to do T15 maps. You're now forced to be extra risky to doing that. Um, some guide setups. What I mean by that is, hey, something along the lines of like this up here, right? Percent chance for a business in your maps to spawn monsters loyal to Ulama. This could be percentage chance for rooms in temple to spawn, for chances for assassins, right? And then rework temple to where you don't really have to have. You have to have this to this to this to this to this. Just fuck all that tech and just being like, look, you get what you get. You connect anything to anything you want, and then you have nodes like this or this that is like you have spy master rooms, and then you could have like 25% effectiveness of all human monsters. And Golem works, and then the chamber to being like, hey, 25% quantity, 35% boosted rarity per corruption chamber, right? Or whatever. Like corruption chambers have boosted effectiveness. Spy masters have boosted effectiveness, right? And you could easily create an atlas tree out of that, right? Pretty easily. Better boss angles for a queen at Zeri. More zoom options. Anyways. Crap. Forgot what I was going to type there, but oh well. Yeah, so I like some of this stuff. I want Temple to be doable by all classes, not just, holy fuck, I have to do vines on this. I can't do this without doing this 1050 mirror build, and it is what it is. I'm hoping they don't nerf the drops, but if anything, enable people to board better the harder it is. Yeah, so I want people to do the better. The harder it is, the better I want people to do, basically. If we get this one and not this one, that's fine. But, I mean, I want people to be able to enjoy temples. And then there are some rooms that just need to be able to pop that good currency item. Like perfect jeweler's orbs, right? Instead of, here we go. Another lesser jeweler's orb. Right? I already talked about this. Better graphics of the architect bot at Zeri. Now I talked about that. I mean, it is what it is. Um, Temple is extremely good in my opinion. I hope they don't fuck it up. All right. I love a great setup for breach farming. Um, it was my favorite thing to do. It's like, do not press this red button. I'm telling you not to push this red button. What do? We press the red button because, oh, monster density, good. Quantity, rarity, good. Double good. I'm pushing, right? And then you just get owned. I would like them to, we get Breach 2.0 basically, and the womb get getting instead of getting just shards, I'd like us to start getting womb gifts at the end. The better we do, the better potential of or tier of womb gifts that we get, right? And you have tier 1 being like 1 shard, tier 15 being like 15 to 20 shards, plus tier 15 guarantees you a Foulborn unique. Or guarantees you a unique. Or whatever. If we get like the tree and everything from PoE1, I ain't mad at it. I like that Breach 2.0 better now that they took out the wall stuff. But boom. Okay. I'm getting too distracted here. Abyss, not really much to talk about here. I still enjoy it, but more for the sake of the more casual people than, let's say, Rutu, Fubgun, Lily, whoever, right? I want good options. Like, I have not really gotten as many divines from Abyss as I have gotten Temple. Granted, I've gotten a divine from Abyss, but not Breach yet, somehow. Because I've done more Temple last league, obviously, and a lot less Breach. I would like better drops on Abyss, like, don't make us do this bug. Just let it happen. Like, rework the spirits to being like, Abyss is right here. It's a rare monster. I'm just going to go ahead and power this. And then you're just going to get a loot explosion. Right? And that would make me happy. And then again, I'm mentioning spirits here because Abyss got me thinking about spirits again and how people use spirits. You farm all the rares, then you force the spirit to empower the Abyss rare, and then now you have a loot explosion, right? And that's a lot of effort, and a lot of times the rewards are just not there. The rewards that are there for people half the time are botters that are like, well, I botted this. Because I botted last night, I have 50,000 divines. Or they RMT their divines. And they're just hideout warriors saying they're having fun, they're spending money to be like, oh yeah, I'm blessed in this league. Alright, so Exile Rose, are we allowed to hope they improve this at this point? Because they just have not impressed me like I would on Strongbox rogues on PoE 1. I don't know if I'm just lucky on PoE 1 when I hit Strongbox, uh, exiled rogue on a Strongbox, but quality of life improvement. I would like them to basically show like map icon directions upon entering the map, so we know. Okay, I'm sensing evil spirits here. I'm sensing dirty rogues over here. I'm sensing the boss over here, right? You don't have to reveal the whole map, but it would be nice to have those icon markers that we can do. Like, okay, I need to just get way over here and we'll be good. I do want them to rework their loot. Like, to me, a lot of their loot is like too predetermined. Oh, I have this unique you never use, and then I have 50,000 blues that are all corrupted. That if they weren't corrupted, you could use to craft a god tier rare, right? But no. I would like Super Exile maps similar to PoE 1's. I forget what it's called on PoE 1, but basically you can have 20 Rogue Exiles on the map, and then super awesome, super cool. I also, again, to wanting them reworked, maybe convert non-unique items to currency would be extremely useful option. And then option for lockboxes to spawn rogue exiles. When it does give them that chest a massive rarity and quantity boost and add in an astounding amount of experience. Oh, I didn't do lockboxes. Alright. So to me, and this is just how it's felt, like whenever they got that upgrade, I think it was in 020. Um, it felt great. I did get a divine every now and then from them. But, I mean, we just need better stuff from them. Right? And, like, let me go ahead and do this since I can bring over here. Like, I'm expecting lockboxes and shrines because I'm doing temples, right? So, I like having lockboxes and shrines. Right? To where I'm not fully spec'd into lockboxes, right? Researchers will be currency, cartographers, waystones, and then ornate would have improved dropped rarity, which I probably go ornate. Give me a sec, y'all. I'll take my med. Had to get antibiotic because I got a fluid infection, so forgive me. Alright, so here we go. Lo and behold, right? What would make this better, right? Not much I can say would make this better. Although, I feel like this high value stuff's like, it's just not working for me. Like, it's bugged. I don't know if they fixed it lately or not, but it always felt bugged, right? Not for rare lock boxes, right? But it felt bugged for all of the lock boxes that I wanted to be unique. But it's fine. As you see here, I didn't do any of this because we were temple and I was trying to test out this route here while maintaining rarity and stuff. But it's fine. So, let me really nitpick this. I would like maybe something added in here that's like, hey, Rogue Exiles. And again, I want this whole thing to be replaced with the Super Atlas like PoE1 has. Sorry, but not sorry. But it is what it is. Alright. Obviously, Atlas needs rework to have better choices and options. Obviously, better wording and setups. For example, local knowledge to me should be more, right? My favorite word to see on something in PoE is more. Not increased chance to drop. Basic currency. But I think that should be more chance, right? Or more quantity of currency. More quantity of barriers. Right? But whatever, like, it is what it is. I'm just fine griping because I never have liked that node at all. Outside of lame spirits and essences, pretty much, yeah, that's been like the third most hated node for me. Also would like, and then I forgot what I was going to talk about. But anyways, those are my notes for 050. Expectation once. I think I need to do a prediction here. Predictions. Predictions are Wild Speaker, Ascendancy, and Einhar, no Act 5. Or new class. Arcane Archer. I think we get the ascendancies. We at least get one new ascendancy, right? I don't know if we get a new class. Massive Atlas rework. And then we get a mini in-game reworks. Obviously, temple nodes added to Atlas. In fact, be right back. Let me load up PoE1 actually. Go. Don't care about whatever gauntlet you think you need to have. Bless you. Hey. Sorry. Getting distracted by my baby boy, y'all. So, bear with me. Let me get to my hideout. Alright. So, as you can see, right? And this I can talk to, right? A lot of these nodes I'd like to see, right? If things you don't know, red beasts determine the craft, yellow beasts supply or are the additional ingredients to the craft. If that makes sense. There's old tea heists, shrines. Strong box there. Incursion, that's temple, right? Am I missing? Alright, so let's check this out, right? More chances of incursions. And maps have 20% chance to, and then those are 10 and 10. So 40% chance to have Alva slash Temple on your map. That's really strong. Again, I know PoE2 is not supposed to be PoE 1. I don't know what that Flesh Merchant would be. And then, look, again, something that would boost my maps. Maps with incursions always have 4 incursions. So maybe a node that says can have 2 to 3 beacons that you light up, or 2 to 3 incursion areas would be extremely useful. Claim for valuable rewards, but okay, so you lose time. Again, 1624 incursion treasure. And then pack size and your incursions, right? And then again, we can look at Rogue Exiles. Map bosses, 20% chance would be accompanied by additional currency item, additional currency item, additional currency item, 20% chance. And then they can be possessed. In pairs. 10, 20, 30% chance to be in pairs. and then 8% chance to have 20. And then a little bit more down here. So 35% chance for extra currency item. And your maps are guaranteed a rogue exile. Oh, another incursion marker here. Pack size. Killing resident architects in your maps adds their upgrade tier to the surviving architect's room. And then killing non-resident architects in your map has 40% chance to add an additional upgrade tier to the surviving architect's room. Plus, my husky needs to be toned down a bit. So that would be 50% chance. Not bad. Extremely good. So all in all, not bad. So what I'm hoping for, right, is that we get Einhar this patch, and then 060, if we don't get Templars, we get it in 060 with Templars plus Act 5. Oh, what are these? For increased pack size. Like Abyss is great. But anyways. And then with Templars, obviously I would want Legion to be the league mechanic for 060. But again, I don't work for GGG. I'm pretty sure GGG absolutely hates me because I have not gotten any correspondence back from them whatsoever. And most of the time, it's like their customer support being stupid. Um, but it is what it is. Oh wow. And that's another incursion area I missed. There's more heist. Here's ritual. Cannot reroll favors in your ritual maps. Alright, so it is what it is. I mean, this league is pretty much dead anyway, so it doesn't matter really. But it is what it is. So I just wanted to kind of go on here and just basically show notes, get my notes good, and it is what it is. I'm excited to see if we at least get Wall Speaker and Einhar saves spirits. I love it. If he doesn't, I'm sad. But it is what it is, right? I'm really hoping we can get the crafting without the Einhar arena and just be able to have an extremely good time. Would give us a good budget farm, and I'm looking forward to seeing patch notes in about 2-3 weeks. Also, PD2 will be releasing on the 25th, so our season 13 on the 25th. So I think that I will be going ahead and trying to play that league until we get something else down the pipeline. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And then I'll probably be doing more Last Epoch later, maybe, or I might be doing some poe2 test running. See if I can't get a good character up for whatever farm. Who knows? But until next time, y'all, be well, do well, and most importantly, treat each other well. While my husky is bullying me, take it easy, y'all. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, please.